Celta Vigo hosted Girona on a special day for Iago Aspas, the home team legend, just completing 500 appearances for his club. His reward was a place on the bench, so we didn't see him from the start. The opening opportunity was for Celta. Carlos Dominguez with a header over the top from the free kick. Then it was Girona's first attack. Victor Tsigankov doing well to find Yangel Herrera, who, rather than sending in a cross, tried to score from a very narrow angle. Not sure Michel felt that was the best idea. It was a nice move from Girona. And Herrera really just trying to force it in from close range, but Vicente Guaita in the way. Girona persisting down the right. Oriol Romeo with a nice turn and a good cross onto the head of Abel Ruiz, who should have done better. Couldn't keep it on target. Romeo with a good turn and a perfect cross, but Ruiz off the mark with the glancing header. To the frustration of the bench, and then even more frustration because Romeo was forced off with an injury just a few days before the club's Champions League home opener against Feyenoord. A huge occasion coming up for Girona, and Romeo's place in that game thrown into doubt after he was caught innocuously, seemingly, by Borja Iglesias, but immediately had to come off with a knock on the back of his thigh. He was replaced by Donny van de Beek in the centre of midfield. Girona gradually got control of the game, and now Danjuma with his first real opportunity to make an impact, getting away to send in a cross that took a dangerous deflection coming off Ilaish Moriba, and fortunately for him going straight into the arms of Guaita. Then across from Tsigankov, pushed away by Guaita, who was certainly the busier of the two goalkeepers throughout the game. Daley Blind with a good ball in, and Yangel Herrera with an even better header. And that provided the opening goal in the latter stages of the first half. It had been coming a little bit, Girona taking charge of the game, and this was a beautiful cross from Daley Blind. Look at the backspin on that delivery, perfectly into the stride of Herrera, who's always so strong at making surging runs into the box, attacking it in the air, and the header past the goalkeeper. No chance whatsoever for Guaita. An understated reaction from Michel, and one of slight annoyance from Iago Aspas. Celta trying to get back on level terms before the break, but had a shot from the edge of the area blocked, and then an aerial collision that left Herrera and Ilaish Moriba needing a little bit of treatment. A head-to-head between the two of them. Both were able to get back up on their feet and continue. At the interval, a change from Celta as Sergio Carrera was replaced and Hugo Alvarez replaced him. That meant Oscar Mingueza switched to the right-hand side, with Alvarez going to the left wing-back position. That was the man the home fans wanted to see, Iago Aspas, but they'd have to wait a little longer. Alvarez, the substitute, with a lovely turn, cutting it back, looking for Borja Iglesias, but a great intervention from Yangel Herrera. Nice work from Alvarez. And then from the corner, Elish with the opportunity, but he really got underneath it. And it was a poor attempt, really. It caused no trouble to Paulo Gazzaniga, who by this point hadn't made a save. At the other end, Tsigankov finding Danjuma, who then had another go. And finally, Ivan Martin with a shot that was brilliantly tipped around the post by Vicente Guaita. An offside was spotted somewhere, not quite sure where, so it would have been reviewed had they scored, which Ivan Martin very nearly did. Good strike from him, but wonderful stop from Guaita, getting down to his right to claw it away. And then another injury blow for Girona, as another of their experienced players, Daley Blind, was forced off. Joining Romeo on the sidelines, David Lopez came into the centre of defence. Hopefully just precautionary for Blind. Then a couple of changes for Celta, with Williot Svedberg and Tassos Douvikas introduced into the forward line. Elish striding forward, looking for Douvikas, who, having just come on, was fouled just outside the area. Rather clumsy challenge from Vladislav Krejci. But nothing coming of the free kick. Celta would have to persist with Elish again going for goal from long range. This was a better effort, but again over the crossbar. Gazzaniga once more not forced into any action. Elish once again at the heart of things, sending a pass into the run of the midfielder Pablo Duran, who timed his break well and got into a shooting position, but once again it was wayward from Celta, failing to trouble the goalkeeper. And then what they really wanted to see, the introduction of the man of the moment. 500 appearances became 501 for Iago Aspas as he was introduced, along with Hugo Sotelo. Renewed hope for Celta fans as Aspas came on, and he soon did really well to release a pass down the left-hand channel for the run of Hugo Alvarez, cutting side to shoot, blocked by David Lopez. Alvarez was finding space occasionally, though, down that left-hand side. On that occasion, found by Aspas, who wanted a yellow card for Herrera for the challenge as well, but that wasn't forthcoming. Then a triple change from Girona, introducing into midfield John Solis, and then into the forward line Portu and Brian Gil. Michel forced to make all three changes at once because of the two earlier injuries. It meant he only had that window remaining. So it was Gil onto the left wing and Portu going through the middle. Girona were looking comfortable at this time in the game and had the attack from Van de Beek, sending it over to Brian Gil, stepping inside to shoot, but Vicente Guaita was safely behind it. Just losing his balance as he hit it, Gil, and no real power on it. They came again with Van de Beek, looking forward to Tsigankov, who was pulled back by Hugo Alvarez, so that was a yellow card for him. Knew that he was beaten by Tsigankov, so just had a pull on the jersey. Then Celta with Aspas finding space again on the left for Hugo Alvarez. laid off for Svedberg, and there was Aspas to finish in his trademark fashion. And with 10 minutes remaining, they were back on level terms in the most predictable of manners. Iago Aspas with the clinical strike, perfectly laid off for him by Svedberg, who then just got out of the way and sat back to watch the master at work. Aspas beautifully caressed just inside the post, marking his 501st appearance for Celta with his 4th goal of the season. Beautifully dispatched. What a player Iago Aspas is. Celta then look to push for a winner. Svedberg trying to find room for a shot. There was a penalty appeal from Celta saying that a shirt had been held, but the referee not interested. A little bit of a tug by Solis on Svedberg, but it would only be a corner. It was cleared by Zigankov as far as Alvarez. And then Svedberg going for goal. And the curler was past the far post. Not a bad attempt, but couldn't keep it on target. Back at the other end, Zigankov had a try with his right foot. It was pretty unusual to see Zigankov hitting it with his right, normally so left-footed, but he forced a good save from Guaita for the final action of the game as it finished Celta 1, Girona 1.